change. Catherine Connolly, Atag Runchika Jamale.
I have no hesitation in supporting the motion tabled by Deputy Bruin, and I want to thank him for his persistence. And more importantly, I want to thank the survivors and the families for their persistence. In a few weeks' time, they will have a very sad celebration, 36 years since this disaster back in 1981. And there has been a move, I think, from some speakers, particularly from Fianna Fáil, to talk about a change in legislation. It's important for the record to point out that what happened at the time was against the fire regulations, clearly against the fire regulations, and that was set out clearly in the report by Justice Ronan Keane, and he said that the carpet tiles was a breach of the requirements of the Chief Fire Officer. There was failures to comply with the fire protection standards. So what happened at the time was in breach of regulations, and it's shocking that there was no prosecution whatsoever. In addition, I have to say I'm extremely disappointed with the attitude of the government tonight. Given when you look at the physical barriers that were there on the night when the doors were locked, and the amount of barriers that the families have had to cope with since then over a 36-year period. And they had to wait until 1985 for the compensation tribunal. That was following Justice Ronan Keane's findings, which left them with the finding of that somebody was responsible for arson. 27 years for that to be declared. And when the Tribunal of Compensation was set up in 1985, it emerged, subsequently looking back by the barrister, Mr Coffey, that they had absolutely received no treatment, no care. They were treated with utter disrespect by government after government. That was 1985, acknowledged in 2009, and still nothing happened. And here we are today again, and we see the weasel words of government supported by Fianna Fáil, and I have no wish to be political, absolutely none. These families have suffered enough. It is time to say sorry. The owner didn't say sorry. The owner was compensated. It is time for us to say sorry. It's time to say sorry for the previous actions of governments who failed to take the matter seriously, and without doubt there's a class element in this. So I have absolutely no hesitation in supporting Deputy Bruin's motion.